Hello, I'm Kathy Jansen, your instructor for CSCI2240. We're using the textbook C++, How to Program, 10th edition. And you can purchase that at the Worthington Bookstore of Minnesota West. I'm moving now to our D2L course homepage. And of course, from students, you will want to, at our homepage, go to online courses, D2L. Sign in with your Star ID and your Star ID password. And your courses will populate under My Courses heading, and you're looking for CSCI 2240, Fundamentals of Programming 1. Click to start. We're just going to do kind of a little perusal of the content published. And we are at the home page. Notice we navigate horizontally across the top. And on the home page is our welcome message and announcements. And we're going to work through this a little bit together. This is an independent study through the summer, June 4th through July 31st. Because this is an independent study, the course content will be driven by the D2L Brightspace course components with suggested due dates, but your student independence is expected. This is your cover letter, so please review the entire contents. You'll need your tech ID. If you don't have that information, contact Crystal Strauss at minwest.edu. To participate fully, these are things you want to do before class. Access your Minnesota West homepage and populate your courses. Make sure you can get into the course content. Minnesota West Online, you can go directly if there seems to be a problem with the Minnesota West homepage. Minnesota West requires that you use your free minnesotawest.email address to contact and receive correspondence to and from your instructor. Required textbook is C++ How to Program 10th edition by world famous authors Deitel and Deitel. Make sure you purchase from the Worthington Bookstore. There's Melissa's contact information to make sure that you have the current and required access materials. Purchasing a new textbook. At D2L Brightspace, the course homepage. Always read your announcements, looking for any new announcements. I seldom have announcements, but if we do, then it would be important to see that right away and read it. The announcements also populate to your Pulse app on your smartphone. I do have recorded lectures. They are published to D2L Brightspace content recorded lectures. To listen to the recorded lectures, you'll need a computer with internet capabilities. A fast connection is best. Speakers or a headphone to adjust volume. To deliver the recorded lectures, we use Adobe Connect web conferencing software. And the first time that you go into the system, there may be a quick download, but after that, it should be set up ready to go. To access the recorded lectures, go to the site listed here. You will want to enter as a guest and enter your name. You will then be placed into our meeting room. The following video is an example of how to set up your account. Just make sure that you're using our course web URL, that's CSCI2240. versus what's demonstrated in the video. The course is very structured, so we expect to complete chapters 1 through 8. For each chapter, there's exercises at the end of the chapter, usually true, false, multiple choice. 1 or 2 programs to design, code, and execute from scratch with your own design and own code solutions. Possible discussion forums, but likely not during the summer, and the chapter ending test. There is no final exam. All assignments and testing are open book, of course. The lesson plan for each unit details projects, student resources, assignments, and their due dates. You're welcome to work ahead, but don't fall behind the recommended due dates, as this will negatively affect your grade. There is a suggested due date schedule as we continue. For any student issues, needs for tutoring, computer dilemmas, your first resource is to contact the help desk at minwest.edu. Thank you for choosing Minnesota West Computer Science Department for your educational online computer science programming needs. As we navigate across the top, we'll go to content. And this is where I publish my information that I'm sharing with you. Your left-hand menu may look just a bit different than mine, but in the table of contents, the first module of several modules, the first module is student resources. Clicking there, the student resources module populates with several files that have been posted to that module. There's your suggested due dates. You can print that or refer back to it as you see necessary. The course outline and the course syllabus. Reading and looking at the course syllabus. Again, this is an independent study course, but the projects and standards for grading assessment are your announced chapter tests, chapter ending exercises, your coding programs, and discussion questions. The coding is to be your own coding, but you may request a coded key version of an assignment from your instructor if you are having extreme difficulties solving the code. But your maximum assignment score will be reduced. But always best to get a reduced score rather than a 0 score. And grades, A is 90 or above, B is 80 to 89.9, C is 65 but less than 80, and a D is 55% but less than 65%. This is an online summer school course, so please stay actively involved in your course to complete on time. And other information is available as you peruse completely the syllabus. Back to content. In the student resources module, we also have required source code documentation. As you begin to work on your programs and labeling your exercises at the end of the chapter, these are some things that are required for proper setup or naming schemes, etc. So for labeling exercises at the end of the chapter, use a Word document and always create a header. In your programming assignments, when we're writing our own code, we don't know how to do that yet, but when we write our own code, you will want some syntax and document the file name that you chose or maybe was directed to you. Written by, of course, that's your first and last name. Written on is the date. We're documenting the date, and then complete statements that would describe the program's purpose. And there could be multiple statements, but always begin with our beginning and ending code representing a comment So we have the // This is called our beginning documentation, and there's always internal documentation within our code where the author leaves documentation notes about particular pieces of code that are important to describe within the code listing itself. Submitting a program assignment, your source code should be similar to figure 2.1 on page 39 as a startup demo. And when uploading a program assignment, each is expected to compile and execute correctly. So as you continue to upload different revisions or edited versions, you would be likely to lose some points. Also required for each program file is a screenshot of the output screen pasted in a Word document. So your window should resemble figure 2.1 on page 39's output, and you'll just do a screen capture. And for most of us, Windows 10, for a screen capture, just gonna go down to the search button area in the bottom left-hand area of my screen and type snip. And in Windows 10, the snipping tool is available. Click on that. It resurrects your little working dialog box, and I want to do a new, and I want to take a screenshot of this information of the screen. Now, in the snipping tool window, I have a graphic object of that. And if I want to place that in a Word document, give a couple returns there at the top so you've got some working room to label. Paste that, and see if I click it, it's an object now. I can't go in and change anything. But I've got that screen capture as a snipped item using the snipping tool software from within Windows. Then I got a little room to document the title for this project with a screen capture. And I'll be needing your execution output window screen capture. You'll drop that into a Word document, and of course, remember always that we include our header for any Word document. Insert from the header and footer groupings area, a header, and we choose that 3-column header where it's your first and last name, left justified. Click on the center tab and enter CSCI2240. And right justified is the project or assignment title. And typically that's given to you, or you reference a page number and chapter number, whatever. You would save this then to your media device and then upload as part of an assignment completion at D12 Brightspace. I'm ready to close the snipping tool window, and I don't need to save this graphic. I dropped it into a Word document to complete my homework. So a screenshot or using the snippet tool. Now, if you don't have Windows 10, then you can use the screenshot feature of PC, which is Control Print Screen. And hold down the Control button and then tap the print screen. Open your Word document, give yourself a little room at the top, and then paste that, and you'll get a capture of the entire screen, not a selected piece of the screen. Now that's for a Windows PC device. If you have something other, then you'll need to check your power keys at the keyboard in order to control a screen capture. And checking on the internet, screenshot, screen capture, and you'll be able to find that key combination for the particular device that you're working on. Or you can contact the help desk at minwest.edu. They've given a lot of assistance in the past for different devices, they may have the answer for you right away. Student resources. The discussion rubric. If we have a discussion assigned this summer, just be sure to choose the discussion rubric. Otherwise, in regular C++ courses, the discussion rubric is available for you with your 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, or 0 points, assigned dependent on your response to the discussion forum. Okay, so we've taken a quick glance at the student resources, and certainly you should spend more time with each of these documents and know where they're located should you need to resurrect them. Next, I will call this our startup video as a recorded lecture, and our next lecture will be our setup video. So thank you very much.